Just an abrupt stop to the music. Uh, Hi. I need to click on those two. That one is fine. And this should hopefully show the right thing shortly. There we go. We're back at Darkwater. Wait, wants to load in. Gee willikers, this takes a long time to load. It's like being at 90% on Phasmophobia.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I think there's something else I needed to check
What
out
happened
here.
here?
I believe there was something else left for me to find.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Is it?
It smells as bad as it looks.
It looks as bad as it smells.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
I'm guessing there might be something else to find. Unless it only gives you that prompt to leave it when you've found everything. I think it might just give you that prompt when you've found everything. Yeah, look. My sanity bar's full on wiggly. We'll put 2 in, why not? Try to be a bit more eloquent. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death. This warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to that fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted. Probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Also, the occupant. Wow, my focus is way off. The occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cuttings. But it is a discovery of a partly charred painting, recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Did Officer Bradley even come in here? Don't think we've actually been able to confirm anything like that. A bottle of liqueur. It's weird that you're not able to see through it, considering I can see through the bottle. There's no water line. You just can't see through the label. Oh, a second, I've got this as well on the... I'll give this area a little look around with actual lighting. Well, let us be off.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Not sure if it's something that I'm supposed to be picking up on, but multiple points through that there's been little growls in the background. At first, when the door to that warehouse was just about to open just then. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, though thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
So, Mikey,
You're
would you
pretty
turn the light off,
ain't you?
please? Thank you.
The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I have other questions.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Just one more.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna be heading that way.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
I really want to check out over there.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you.
Yeah, right, Trip.
Silas Winchester is
Things
still
going good for me.
watching
How are
over the
things for you?
Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set
Poor
foot back
kid.
here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. The caretaker takes great care of these graves. The caretaker takes
okay.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
This one's just a poor kid.
Poor kid.
Guess I probably don't want to really go on without him, but I might need to. So he's going to want me to head up that way. I'm going to check out back this way. Oh, can't go that way because of a tree. Okay, never mind. Unless... Is there anything hiding back here? There is something hiding back here. I knew it. That's pretty cool. Curious if it gives me any other interaction here now.
Poor kid.
Nope.
Charles
That'll have the
Hawkins'
same.
grave.
Okay, and that'll have the same as well. Just wonder if it'll give me any extra interactions with them, considering the toy. Should have probably checked if this was investigable. It would appear not.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence.
I want no more violence.
Tragedy.
I'm about to hit you with
It's
this axe,
painful
but I
to be
don't
the
want any
last
more
one left.
violence.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Right, what I'm going to do is just check that I'm definitely broadcasting sound. I definitely am. Okay, cool. Nice. Before we go inside, it would be wise to check the surroundings.
This gate is locked.
It's locked. I can't touch it.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. Bourbon. Empty, of course.
What's the point in that? I'll probably have a point later on. Like I'll have to hide in there or something, and moving that'll mean I've actually got a way out. Or a way in.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Oh, it's press and hold. Oh.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
That's very echoey for outside. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker. Still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. I'm amazed that the word axe doesn't have an E. Just AX. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down, and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene
me.
of the fire.
I know the place. Who left this light on?
It was the rats.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
Yeah.
What does this tell me?
Tells you that they eat some horrifying stuff, that's what it tells you.
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
My eyes!
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Oh, there's a rat on
We
the
don't
top.
have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Okay, but before that, let me have another look around.
But it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
A fight, eh?
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
That'll just insult him, I think. But I think he's already
I think
thinking
that
that
some
as
of
well.
your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
We've just gone through it.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Right, well, first things first, we'll get all these things clicked off. So, the Last Supper. Since the fire in the Hawkins mansion, the dining room has remained intact. The settings allow the places occupied by the family members to be determined. Huh? Visibly, etiquette was respected, even in private. Charles sat at the head of the table with the wife and son on either side. And the knocked over chair could be due to something that happened after the fire, or could confirm the theory of a domestic argument. Clearly the roast was untouched in certain plates. The meat, mysteriously preserved since then, seems to have been the subject of the dispute between the Hawkins couple. Contradicting the police report, the Hawkins drawing room tells a totally different version of the fire that claimed the whole family. Beginning with the presence of a handprint that throws up the possibility of a survivor, the bodies of Charles and Sarah Hawkins left no mark on the floor, nor to that matter in the drawing room, contrary to that of the child, still visible close to the fireplace. The same goes for the glass shards on the floor. A close inspection reveals the presence of blood on several of them. On the wall, the very clear mark left by the painting found in the Hawkins warehouse confirms that the Hawkins case could be much more than a domestic accident. Alright, so just click on that. So I'll add those in. I think we'll just hold on to points until we can afford the next one, because we're all 6.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
If he's going that way, can I try this door?
This door is locked.
I cannot try that one, okay. Door completely ripped off its hinges. Alright then.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
There's a hidden item somewhere nearby.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
There it is.
A crowbar could prove useful.
It could. It could prove useful. Right, as much as I would love to turn that fire on, I'm half convinced that if I do, it'll move the story on. So I'm going to have a look around.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting.
Not so much the painting that's disturbing, it's more the whole... There's a skull in front of it.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Although just walking through this house, just like, hey, that's a good book, I'll claim that. I know this book, I'll claim that too. You see, I'm not sure if I'm going to be allowed to go this way as well.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I've always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances, there we go, were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I'd be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. This is the other side where I couldn't get up. And I think I should probably investigate some more around here.
This place was falling apart long before the fire. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins'
Oh, that's
activities?
just asking the
Well,
exact same.
not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Right, okay, so if that's not moving things on, I'll be completely honest, I thought we were just going to light the fire, not not just like let me investigate and just go, aha, I see.
This door is locked.
Uh-huh.
What will her room reveal about her?
There's a really glowy thing somewhere around there, isn't there?
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing number of collectors. I begged you to send me some new paintings. The last one's so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of those most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it?
Oh, one of those magic two-way doors.
Bradley? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm not going that way first. uh... Well, I'm not scared.
Is anyone there?
We were told it wasn't safe. Hey look, that's me that is.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
But I wanted to look at the weird painting room.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Wait, which door? That door?
Where did he go?
It looks like an old seaway map. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph.
Do you really think that your
Probably
fugitive
another
came in
friend
here?
of Hawkins.
I don't see any way out.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Seems like this came from a log.
Monday, May 24th, 1847. 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident he says we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday the 30th of May 1847. 47 north, 55 west. We preferred it when the whales disappeared without a trace. All these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, June 1st. 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that these waters are red with the blood of sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday the 4th, June 1847. Jumped 100 years then. 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond that known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. Wednesday, 23rd of June, 1847. 33 north, 53 west. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes on. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th of June, 1847. Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus. Returned with empty holds. The Scylla and the Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the seaway map. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Where are we? We got to 0. Hey, look! It's England! Yeah! Right, so if we set on 0, 0.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Right, there's meant to be a hidden item somewhere around here.
This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
Charles, I understand your worries, but I assure you that Sarah is in good hands here at the Riverside Institute. It goes without saying that her state requires very specific care and high levels of attention. Her full potential will only be able to express itself if she is placed in a secure environment and surrounded by qualified staff. The decision is yours, of course, but I seem to understand that you are running out of time. Your friend, Thomas Fuller. Right, what I'm convinced of is that this will be for the last coordinates. Ba, 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 ba. I guess not.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
33 north, 53 west. Unless this actually... Oh.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
It'd be here that I'm trying to aim for. Unless we're trying to go for dark water, which is also possible. So it would have been from 0, 0. 53 north. 33 west. Where even are we? Right, 30's there. Maybe about that?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Let's want to go for... I'll try for dark water. Which was... where was dark water? No, that's not it.
Doesn't work. I must have missed... Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Right, it was this Scylla that's in the harbour. At dark water. Do you want to try the Orpheus? Or do you want to try the Prodigal?
Looks like the navigational
Man, I'm
paths
bad at
described
maps.
in the log.
Right, if we try maybe dark water, so that's... Actually, that doesn't have coordinates marked on it. Let's try that one. I think I might have done the wrong things. About that.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Unless it was like there. By there?
Looks like it worked.
There we go. I'm just bad at directions, that's all.
Well done, Pierce.
Amazed all those books stayed in place. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, have undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion.
A secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him. 3 seats.
Look. Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent?
Heh. Was there something I could... Nope, nothing I could do there.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest?
Oh. It was the baby all along. Ew. Do we got anything else? Anything at all? Right, it's not come up with a thing, so I've clearly not finished everything that I needed to finish. What else is there to even look at? Oh,
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
she was. She snuck in. She was like, "What are you doing under my house?"
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Damn.
A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
Not going to talk about the spiky thing on the wall now? Alright then.
you scared? I want to see how far these steps go.
Who's talking about being scared? I'll wait for you by the door.
It seems like a really bad idea.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
That looks a bit red though. Oh, that's why. Weird lighting in that spot.
These paintings must be several centuries old. These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep? This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
It must be. Yo, Fiddlers. How be thee? Oh, well, let me investigate that statue, I guess. Also, I should probably check what the notification was. It was a follow. Thank you for the follow.
These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
Oh, I missed one.
These people lying down.
I did not miss
Are
one.
they dead? Are they asleep?
I should probably get something to eat them, my dude. This wall looks rather handy. Just in case, we'll put that away.
There you are again.
Well done, Pierce. And it looks like you found our fugitive. This door is securely shut. I'll look for another passage.
It's an underground cave. We can advance this side.
Yeah, I can see that. Please excuse me, but given your condition, I'll stick to my idea. I'm not cut out for this kind of acrobatics.
All right.
Game's a bit quiet.
I'll try to catch up with our man.
Bump that up a smidge. There we go. I'm just wanting to be a bit careful with game audio, considering I talk very quiet, and the game could quite easily, it's like, drown me out. Yay!
Time has weakened these structures.
Oh, I just thought I got a point, didn't I? Let's up. Investigation, why not? That way I don't run into another lock that's like Yeah, this is too complex for me. Sounds good. Hope you enjoy your food. Hope you enjoy your shower.
I don't have time to search them all. It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
I'm guessing that down here, just from the faint ringing sound you can hear, if I had high enough detect hidden, there would probably be something around there.
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Oh. Hey look, it's a me.
A table for sacrifice?
Oh, I've all got blood on my face. That'll be right. Well, that happened.
I got it. I can't breathe. What's happening? No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
Good enough.
It's like in my dream. It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Yeah, probably.
Pre-class. Latin? Let's see what it says. What is this awakening they talk about? And this sacred flesh?
look around here. He's fine. He's fine.
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagam.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithn Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, bring me more sacred your flesh into the kingdom of the earth.
Kstelbsna Cthulhu Kashok.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Can I sneak up?
Natulu, Lenalaf, Kleel Nochschlag, Hele, Gorkaniha, Sigov, Enia Bedach, Nikif, Kristel Bas Natulu, Lenalaf, Kleel Nochschlag, Hele, Gorkaniha, Sigov, Enia Bedach, Nikif, Kristel Bas Natulu.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it!
Well, he's dead now.
Charles, you shouldn't have seen this. Ah!
They're caving in. I need to get out of here.
Running around like yeet.
Ah! My leg! Ah.
Wouldn't surprise me if he started having some PTSD
Light!
from
At last.
First World War. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape him, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute, he is in a critical state. Can I just say, Bradley never actually tried to arrest him. It's just like, hey, stay back. I warn you, and then just shot him a bunch of times. That ain't no attempt to arrest some dude. That's just shooting a dude.
Prepare another shot for injection.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Oh, that just happened.
What happened to me?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
No, you don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Can I leave my cell? Guess we'll just wait. How did I get here now? So a cell, wasn't it?
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scribbled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of last of them rises up, you will choose.
I'll choose
I
A.
will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
So Leviathan wishes to be
You
freed, eh?
Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood. What does this mean?
Might as well while we can.
Sarah? Am I in an asylum? What did they inject him with? What did he write about the painting? In his eyes, this symbol must have some protective virtues. Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Yeah, no.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
I told you not. I know. Do it again.
Wow, he really doesn't like being in there.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will ya? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load. Have I activated anything?
Oh. He's probably going to find me here. Oh, not because it's quite blind, it seems.
One, two, three, four, five, six. No, not six.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. His waves rise, leaving behind them only trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me.
The less we hear about that, the better, I think.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
Exactly what I need.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building. This valve controls the pressure. The control wheel is missing.
Dr. Fuller, I've repaired your machines as best I can. However, the piping has been damaged. I fear that the gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you. If the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of an explosion. From Mr. Mechanic Man.
The duct. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. Perfect. It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. It's done. Now for the others.
Guess if I'm in here too long, then I'm just gonna pass out or something.
This lever must turn on the gas machine. The control wheel is missing. There's nothing happening.
Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure. Putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. Dr. Fuller.
Locked.
Who's there?
Nobody.
You there?
I ate stealth segments. So re-grab that. It was down this way, I want to go left.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills? Scopolamine, morphine, opium? Nothing but common drugs. My new friend's sleeping pills. With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
I can see there's someone there.
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Rather
The
like
corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current? I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
just hide in here for him to pass.
No. Not now.
Wait, what? Wasn't the whole plan to hand him that?
I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help!
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep.
I don't remember where those valves were. I'm so confused. Even worse, I'm lost. Are they in here? It would appear so.
Now for the next step.
There we go. So we flip that.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Who did this? Is somebody here? Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did this. We gotta tell him, though.
Well, I've really screwed that up, haven't I? All the places you could have gone.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
What is the exact nature of the beast you're running away from?
You've got instinct, a sensitivity for the invisible. It puts you in danger. The creature that is pursuing me is not from our world.
After what I've seen so far on this island, I'm ready to believe you.
Don't do that! Do not believe. Or you'll end up like us all.
What happened to you, Sanders?
The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary.
The legendary.
There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
Oh god.
I saw the traces of a revocation ritual in Sarah Hawkins' office. Is it connected to this curse?
She tried to correct her mistake, yes. She tried everything. She told me. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. That we should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders!
Well, he's dead.
Hell! I gotta... Okay.
This is insane. What killed him?
Well, I guess it's only one way I can
Damn!
go.
The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Pierce woke up in an asylum, installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place, Dr. Fuller reigned supreme. Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders before dying in full view of the detective. He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins Manor as a hideout. All that doesn't look creepy at all.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Looks so much nicer right now.
Fine. Do what you want. I'm just trying.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
I don't know. I mean, it could tell the truth, but then there's the issue of...
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
This will affect your destiny.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Well, I've just got like a massive collection of things. Where do you get your pockets? Okay, I've got 4 points available. Let's put points into spot hidden. I'll grab that one, like when we next can as well. Oh dear, I just noticed. My sanity's gone down.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Well, off we go. I should probably let them know.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Give him the crazy eye.
You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Or should I probably said that
May
with
I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, Detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
But I will.
Did she really
read your
care for him
notes.
after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge the receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to this to return this body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of the body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Wow, rude. That's kind of creepy. In that way. Huh. Right, I'm just going to take a short break here because I just need to go to the toilet. What we'll do, whilst I'm gone, I'll just run a quick ad break.
This is your CRM, like never before. HubSpot's Sales Hub Enterprise.
Alright, and we're back. Just going to stop that. Oh, I forgot to change it to an AFK screen. Crap. That'll be fine. Alright, resume game.
A strange Amerindian pendant. An old diary. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Would you read the book? Read the book.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Sure, why not? Okay, so that lets us hide. It's gonna freak out in them.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. Why was he so interested in old weapons? Why was he so interested in old weapons?
I'd rather have it. Let me grab one.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Like, fight me, duck. Well, that's horrifying. Right, I'd best go have a look at this painting. Much as I'd hate to.
What the hell was that?
So, I thought not looking at it would be the right way to go. Right, okay, we can skip this.
What the hell was that?
Right, I'm not entirely sure what I need to do here.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh god.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Not that one. I know there's one that I can use, I just don't remember which. Oh, there it is. Hiya! Right, okay, so I'm just gonna have to try and remember which daggers I've tried. There's quite a lot of daggers.
What the hell was that?
One does, one quite a few don't work on it. If I was walking backwards and it's only just about keeping up with it. Right, so I'm pretty sure I need the left hand side. So I think it was a double-bladed one. Yeah. Which one do I need? That one. It's that one with the masks. It's that one with the masks I need. So what we'll do is we'll head right, we'll sneak around, we'll try and get the right dagger. Then we'll try and stab it again.
What the hell was that?
I'm gonna hope I get the right one. Wasn't that one? Oh, sod off. I think that one. I don't remember which one had the right dagger.
What the hell was that?
You see, I'm less scared after actually having seen something to associate the horror with. Like, if it was something that I couldn't see, like, at all, like, couldn't see it, couldn't hear it, that would probably be a lot more horrifying. That's the one. That's what I'm
Maybe
looking for.
I can use this dagger.
Right, I don't know which side it's coming from. Oh god, run, 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 run. Is that one? Not that one. Yeah, I'm starting to get a headache, so I might just call it here. Thank you everyone for watching. I shall catch you next time. And hopefully I can get the right dagger next time. Yeah, catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.